We Have Concerns is made possible entirely through donations from listeners like you. A little can go a long way. Visit patreon.com/wehaveconcerns to lend your support.
I wanted to be Gordon Freeman. For the last 3 years, I've wanted to be Gordon Freeman. And I'm always ready to like build the HEV suit. Like I have all the plans and the files and everything on my computer, and I just never do it. And then now I shaved, so I can't even be Gordon Freeman. The whole thing is just Halloween is. I don't even know why you had to bring it up. What is it? What is it coming up?
It's here, man.
Is it coming up?
It's today.
Oh, God damn it!
And this is We Have Concerns. Hello, Anthony Carboni.
Hi, Jeff Canada. Hello, concerned citizens.
I wanted to talk a little bit about Halloween. It's Halloween.
You would want to rub it in even more.
It's Halloween today, I want to talk to you about the other part of Halloween, the less stressful part, the
part about Jesus.
Yes, the part about Jesus. As we all know, Jesus fought the demons on Halloween. That's the story.
As we all know, Jesus went around. I believe it was Gomorrah. Or am I thinking of Guardians of the Galaxy?
I'm pretty
again?
sure you're still on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, so it was definitely Sodom then. Jesus went around Sodom giving out candy corn to all the sinners.
Yes. He turned...
who were told to hide their faces.
He turned corn into candy corn.
Yes. Do you know why it's called candy corn?
Because it's candy that looks like corn?
It doesn't really look like corn.
It looks exactly like corn. The whole idea is that it looks like corn.
It just looks like little weird pyramids.
No, the end, the fat bottom is the corn part that if you lined them all up, it would look like corn. It's corn.
Well, I didn't know that.
It's as if you extracted.
I just learned that because I just looked at them as the weird little pyramids that they are.
People think the bottom is the top, but the top is the bottom.
People think up is down, black is white, right
Dogs
is wrong.
And cats living together. All right, so how are you on candy for Halloween? Was that a childhood love of yours, is collecting the candy, getting the candy, trick-or-treating?
There were a few years. I was not into it a lot as a kid, but there were a few years where I was hardcore into it. But I learned very early on what the exchange rate of money to candy is.
Really?
Yeah, like I would look at my mom buying the Halloween candy, and I'd look at how much it cost, and I would calculate how much time I was actually like running around
Such a
begging
practical
for candy.
child.
And I would just be like, well, can I just buy a variety pack of candy from the Costco with my own money and then not go trick-or-treating?
What a horrible childhood to live with that kind of...
I eliminated the middleman.
Yeah.
Childhood
is not about efficiency, sir.
I'm not a puppet. I'm not gonna dance door to door. Look at me. Look at how cute I am. Fuck you. It's not about me dancing for your approval. I can get the Mr. Goodbar Hershey's miniatures at the Costco myself for like $4. $4. You get all the candy you were gonna get in 4 hours.
So sad.
You know, that's child labor.
Child labor.
That's child labor.
Dressing
like
up and
sweatshop
walking
shit.
from door to door begging for your
sweatshop
candy.
shit, man. You spend 5 hours trick-or-treating to get $4 worth of candy? Fuck that. That's exploitation of the working class.
Well, you clearly didn't do very well because
I did great. You clearly didn't understand money.
Well, that is not untrue, and I still don't. Do you have any I can borrow? I had a whole methodology with regard to candy. I would come home with my haul, and I would sort it in piles of least desirable to most desirable. Of course, the mini candy bars were always most desirable.
Yeah.
The terrible, like, peppermint candies or just loose...
Anything by Brax.
Anything by Brax.
Anything by Brax.
Sweet tarts.
What are those blue ones that Brax made? Because they made butterscotch, they made mints, and then they made those weird starlights or whatever.
Oh, what?
They made those
I
weird
don't even
blue
know.
ones. Ugh, they were terrible. They
Yeah.
taste like cough syrup.
But I would eat them in ascending order so that I saved the best for last over weeks of candy consumption.
You ate the shitty candy first?
Yes.
This is where I'm going to question your methodology.
Yeah?
You did it basically like you're sitting at the dinner table and getting your vegetables out of the way.
Absolutely.
But it's candy.
Right.
And shouldn't all candy be enjoyable?
You'd think.
Why would you walk around, waste a day of your life
Waste?
to get undesirable candy and then spend time of your life eating this undesirable candy just to work your way up to the candy that you are deserving of, that you are worth, when you could go to the Walgreens...
I'm not going to go to the Walgreens.
And you could buy twice as much candy, and it can all be desirable candy.
like a little like a little manager. You're like a little
This is not a joke.
efficiency expert.
This is not a joke. This is going to sound like a joke. I got my first briefcase at age 7. This is not a joke. I asked for a briefcase.
to put your candy in.
I
that you
organized my
purchased.
comic books, thank you very much, according to release date.
Here's the thing, though. It wasn't undesirable candy. It was a gradation. It was less desirable to more. They weren't undesirable. It was like pizza or sex, right? It's still good, even when it's not that good, right? It was still good. It's still candy.
Bad
still,
pizza's pretty bad.
Really?
Yeah.
We're gonna debate.
I can't. We're obviously going to digress, and you obviously just you just are in denial about a lot of things. So I don't want to
listen,
go down that road.
If I had to dress up as something and walk to someone's door and they gave me pizza, I would be the happiest guy ever.
Look, if I got pizza door to door, we could recalibrate all of my feelings about Halloween, but we don't.
But you can buy pizza for $12.
Sure. But let me tell you something. The door-to-door ratio, slice of pizza at a good pizzeria is $2. So if you figure you hit 10 houses in 20 minutes, that's $40 worth of pizza in 20 minutes. That's good.
I hate how it's all just
That's
broken
a
down to
good
math
haul.
for you. But
That's more pizza than you're going to walk away with.
well, that's the problem is that you got to eat all that pizza. I could get enough candy.
Cold pizza's great.
Cold pizza, but like I could get enough candy for months of candy consumption using the Kanata method of organization,
Using the
and
Kanata
parceling
method
out.
of withholding
Yes.
from yourself.
Yes.
That's dumb.
Oh, dude.
You've been brainwashed by the candy industrial complex.
No. Denying
You can
yourself
have as
pleasure
much
and then waiting over a period of.
Halloween is not about denying yourself candy.
No, it's about efficiency and
It's about
purchase
having
power.
the most best candy. Let me tell you something. Halloween, celebrate it on November 1st if you're real smart, because you can get so much candy.
Oh yeah,
then.
then you're just a creepy kid who is knocking on strangers' doors at that point.
No. Are you
still
not
you're
listening?
still buying
you
stuff
go
from
to
the
the
store.
It's half off. Anyway, what's our story today?
Our story is about candy at Halloween.
yeah.
This myth, I don't know, did you grow up with this of I have friends, my parents clearly never cared about me this much, but I have friends whose parents would taste all their candy first to make sure it wasn't poisoned, which BT dubs, what was that plan? Like the parents are going to be like, yeah, it tastes like poison.
Yeah. Well, the other flaw in that plan is most of this Halloween candy is individually wrapped. So just
Right.
because you tried like one box of mini nerds,
I think
doesn't
that's a
mean, like,
scam for the parents to eat all your candy.
well, it's like leaving cookies for Santa. Like, who are you
Yeah.
leaving cookies for? Right?
yeah, mom's got to have let me have another one of those. Yeah.
The most my parents ever said was, if the candy is big, because it's poison or razor blades or needles.
Well, they didn't have to worry because you just bought all yours at the
Sure.
store.
Number one, everything's fine. I get my candy from a reputable source. But number two,
Like, don't worry, honey. If that candy's poisoned, we'll just sue Walgreens.
yeah, and then like we're rolling in it. But the other thing is, if the candy is big enough to hide something like a razor blade or a needle,
Right.
don't wolf it down. Take a careful first bite or break it in half. My parents would be like, if it's a big candy bar, break it in half.
Right.
But my parents were also like, that's not true.
Well, this is the.
We know our neighbors, we know these people, and we don't even know that this has ever happened.
That's the thrust of this story, really, is how pervasive a feeling that was, and people acted on it. People told people to be careful. People checked things, and
Well,
and
didn't this start because you have it in front of you? I'm going to
Yes.
guess. Didn't this start from some sort of newspaper or television news report that said people could potentially be doing this to our children? Nobody's doing it, but somebody could be potentially doing this. And why haven't we checked into this? And then people took that as, oh my God, this is happening. People are doing this to our children.
Yeah, according to this article, in 1957, a guy by the name of Ed Gein or Gain.
Ed Gein,
Gein.
the serial killer.
Yes.
The clown.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that, right. So you know of this guy. So,
I have serial killer trading cards.
well, that explains
I
a
keep
lot.
them in my briefcase.
Yeah.
But I do have the trading cards.
He sort of perpetuated this national frenzy of people want to kill your kids.
Mm-hmm.
And so people started saying, well, the easiest way to kill your kids is a stranger will poison the Halloween candy. And that became a pervasive myth that Snopes actually reports has never happened, has never been proven that anyone has ever poisoned any Halloween candy ever. There's these stories that
And they never
in
will.
the 80s, somebody said there was PCP put in candy, which, by the way, why would somebody spend good money on PCP and then put it in?
Dude, if I'm
just give
spending
it to
money
a
on
stranger?
PCP, number one, I don't have much money for anything but PCP. That's just the way PCP works.
Yeah.
Number two, if I'm somebody who buys a lot of PCP, I'm not thinking about giving my PCP away
Right.
to children.
Right. What's your end game there? It's just the knowledge that kids are freaking out. There's just the knowledge that
Super
somewhere...
strong, angry kids. Just,
Mom, I'm not cleaning up my room.
okay, that's fine. Why don't you just put the lamp down? Just stop swinging the lamp. And we can talk about, I'll clean your room. I'll do it for you.
Mom, clean it.
I'll clean your room. I'll clean your room, and maybe tomorrow we will talk to your guidance counselor about these feelings that you are having.
I have so much rage inside me.
I know.
And thank you for letting me dress up like the Hulk for Halloween.
It seems appropriate now, but also I wonder if I'm enabling anything. Was that a laugh, or are you screaming mad at me again?
I'm not sure anymore. I can't
Okay.
feel my face.
All right, don't jump out the window. Okay, then.
I'm fine.
Boy, he just ran off, didn't he?
The We Have Concern show does not advocate PCP in any way, shape, or form.
Well, talk to us later. Talk to us after school.
And evidently, later on, there was rumors in the same way of rumors of marijuana-laced candy and all those things. It just seems like a strange plan that you would have to buy candy, buy drugs, put the drugs on the candy, and then you don't get any of the joy of seeing the effect of your work, right? Maybe they're like,
Because it's gonna be all
PCP
these-
is awesome. I just wish more kids knew about it.
Maybe it's just like a PCP evangelist. Maybe it's just somebody from the National PCP Board.
Yeah.
The National PCP Board, by the way, I do not understand their commercials.
They are very, very odd.
It's hard to follow. It's hard to follow those commercials.
Do you hate getting shot and falling down? Can you run through this wall right now? Do you love the feeling of indestructibility?
Your camera can see through my eyes.
Have you ever felt rage and confusion?
I'll break all of you.
Would you
And then
like
I will
to-
put you all back together with different parts.
Would you like to feel that amplified times 100 all the time?
I miss my mother.
Try PCP.
I'll get this out of here, Molly. This is another thing where we are all the stars of our own movie a little bit,
Yeah.
where we really, but it's also a survival thing, right? Halloween is the one of the few times we interact with the neighbors in our neighborhood now. I don't know how it is outside the United States.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hear in Canada everybody gives their neighbors back rubs 3 times a week.
Oh, I'm sure it's true.
I don't know how it works.
I've
over there.
visited. It's a very friendly place.
Seems lovely. But in the US, we just don't know our neighbors.
Right.
And so there is now this growing pervasive feeling of you never know who could be living down the street.
Stranger
from you.
danger.
That guy seems weird.
Right.
You know that weird guy down the street?
He seems so normal.
Yeah.
Until he put all that PCP in all those Snickers bars.
And so it becomes like, well, now we are releasing our children into the unknown, and the unknown is right next door.
Right.
And I think we just want to be protective. But at the same time, how do you reconcile that with your own memories of Halloween where you know everything is fine, other than to say the world is a dark place now? Has it really gotten that much darker in 15 years, or are we just, a little paranoid on the side of our own survival and safety?
I think that both are a little bit true. I think it has gotten a little darker.
Darkest timeline?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it's a little darker, but I also do think we're paranoid and we're scared of the unknown, and there's this distrust of strangers.
Well, plus Halloween in and of itself is built around putting ourselves into the mindset of being scared. So that doesn't help.
That's true.
That doesn't help, does it?
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, the whole point is that, let's get scared about stuff, and then let's take things from strangers.
This is the day when bad things happen.
Yeah.
I don't think the world has gotten on that level, on a door-to-door candy for Halloween level. I don't think it's gotten that much darker. I think the people who are really weird and terrible are just more likely not to answer their door on Halloween.
Right.
Do you know your neighbors? If you had kids, would you let your kids walk around your apartment complex?
I do not know my neighbors whatsoever. In fact, I actively dislike many of them just based on the noises I hear them creating, and odors that I smell emanating from their abodes. So, yet I kind of feel like I would let them go trick or treating if I had kids. I would let them go. I'd probably want to go to a neighborhood that I felt was a little nicer than mine.
Yeah.
We'd like get in the car and drive to trick or treating, which is a sad commentary.
Just drive up to the Hollywood Hills.
Yeah. Get out, kids. Go.
Get out, kids. They got full-size candy bars in this neighborhood.
Yeah. Well, it's
also,
like they have...
also give out Daddy's headshot.
Please.
Just if they have a mailbox, put Daddy's screenplay in it. I would let my kids trick or treat. I would let my kids trick or treat in this neighborhood. I don't care, man. I don't think there's really any danger. I just don't want to meet my neighbors, and I feel like that's an unfortunate side effect.
Well, you're the parent. You stand on the curb, and you're like, go walk up there and
do the wave.
Yeah, the wave from the curb.
Do the stiff-wristed wave, the back and forth 3 times and no more. Don't make direct eye contact, look at their forehead, never speak to them again until next Halloween. I don't think Halloween is dangerous. What do you guys think? You can let us know on Twitter. I'm at @acarboni.
I'm at Jeff Kanata.
And if you've seen a story that you would like to submit to us, you want us to talk about it here, you can send it to wehaveconcernshow@gmail.com.
And have a happy and safe Halloween.
I was going to make a spooky noise, but I don't know any spooky noises. Yeah, that's not it.
I want to suck your blood.
Eh.
I mean, you literally do want to suck their blood. It's not cool.
Yeah.